You're not. The NFL coaches are scared to death to do this, but I would still do this. Okay? Now, in high school, can you, if you're pass blocking a guy, can you pass block him and then go down and cut him? Huh? If you're in the tackle box? Okay. Now, in the NFL, and I don't know about the rule in college, if one guy cuts and the other guy's got his hand on him, then if they catch you, they throw a flag, or if they look at it later, they penalize you. All right? That maybe my center's going left, he's moving to the left, and the right guard gives him a call. Hey, I'm going to cut this guy. Or the right tackle tells the right guy. I mean, if I'm a guard and I know that if I'm a center and I know the right guard's going to cut this guy, I'm not going to get near him. I might drop deeper or whatever, but I would not disband this thing right here. Okay? Okay, so let me just show you some things. And here's what happened was, I was pissed at our guys. I said, don't let these guys do this to you. Cut them. So what I had found was that when you're cutting a guy, okay, and you're pass blocking and whatever you're doing here, if he works, he usually takes the side. I mean, if he goes right down the middle of you, we would kind of hop back and nose dive and then reverse them. But generally they would take a side. So whichever side they took, we would kind of hop back and drop that foot and then use like a cross body block. Like guys bullying me this way, I would drop this foot and come across with that. And then I might roll up on them. Well, we played the Dallas Cowboys and they had some good pass rushes because they wouldn't do it. I mean, they weren't used to doing it. How many times have you guys pass blocked and rode the guy around the corner and you just ride him around the corner? Cut him. Ride around the corner and go low on them to finish and cut them legally, right? I mean, you chop them, whatever. If you can roll them up and it's legal, fine. But no, we all just, okay, we'll just push them by the quarterback. Bullshit. You've got to get them on the ground sometimes. They don't like that, okay? So this is old. You'll see Anthony Munoz in here, okay? And would I do this today? Yes. Will you guys do this? No, you'll be scared to death to do it. So this will be just an exercise in whatever. In seeing shit. If I was full-time going back and doing it, absolutely I would. Let's take a look here. Let's see what I got here. All right. All right. All right, both tackles now, okay? So this is Anthony Munoz, all right? Now you watch this shit now, right? Or what? Can you do this? I don't know if you can leg whip him now. But does the quarterback have a clean pocket? Who's got the balls out there to do this? Huh? Right? Huh? All right. All right, let's watch Munoz here, the left tackle. Got him, got him. Go down low on him, right? You don't have to blow out his legs, everything, right? Boom, boom. All right, well, okay. Left guard and left tackle, all right? This is Reimers, left guard, okay? Let's see what he did. Well, so he cut the looper. Well, how many times does a looper come around that somebody else is going to put their hand on? Never, right? Cut the looper, why not, right? Let's see the, and Anthony did it too here. He just went out there and whatever. Both guards on this one now, all right? Now we get called now, right? Because the center's got his hands on him. But watch the left guard come around versus the guy that's loops. This is the right guard and the left tackle. Boom. So this guy did exactly what I told him to do, right? He felt more pressure to the outside, so he dropped. Let's watch the left tackle. How about the right guard here, I think? Boom. Now he would get called, right? Because the right tackle's got his hand on him. And I believe the right guard here. Okay? So is that an exercise in futility? Probably, right? Would I do it tomorrow? Absolutely. Okay, now I got to go to the iPad, John. So I got. All right. All right, watch the left tackle now, okay? This is what Scott was talking about. I call this angle A, all right? So this guy's out here. Instead of this guy backing up all day long, right? I mean, be third and long, or you've got some key that they might do a TE. Maybe you've got a vertical a little more. But like I say, you got to go get this guy, okay? You don't think there's a TE. So why would you back up all day? Just go out here. And the closest thing to the guy is the outside hand. I'm really into the outside hand, using the outside hand. You'll see some of these things, right? I'll tell you when you use the outside hand a lot too. You know how you pass block? Say I'm the right tackle, I'm going out on a guy, and you know how a guy like fakes you in? You know how like you're pass blocking, and a guy starts in and he baits you, and then you go in, and then he comes back outside. He's always giving you the illusion you got to honor the inside. Well, if you major in the outside hand as a tackle, and I'm out here, whatever angle I'm on, and I put it on him, once he jabs in to make you honor the inside, and you strike him, and then he redirects. But if you just sit here and let that inside move come, you're going to honor it, whatever. Use the outside hand. Well, it's the closest thing to the guy, right? And I like the guards using it also. I like Scotty's inside pillar. I like using either hand. But if I'm a right guard, and here's coach right here, what's the closest thing to the guy? This hand or this hand? It's this hand, right? So you don't have to go as far, you know, foot to crotch. I only have to go a little bit, okay? And I can, whether I stick them down the middle, in the face mask, or what, get your hands on them as fast as you can. I'll show you a bunch of those clips. But anyway, here's the left tackle on a flatter angle. I think I may have showed this before, but I'm just, I'm going to go over it again. And he's good, now this guy. So, I mean, he's not, boom. All right. Can your guys do that? Can they? You got a tackle that's quick enough? Would you back up all day long, right? Look at the pocket. Now these guys are screwed up because it's play action and they're firing out, but that's an angle A. Now, what do you think on this angle A? You don't have to go as far. How far do you go? Only go as far as the outside hand can touch his shoulder. You don't have to go to the midpoint because the extension of your arm can get a piece of him. Have I lost anybody? If you try to get all the way in front of him or inside out on him, you know, foot to crotch, he'll beat you inside. You're giving up too much of the inside because you're so flat. All right? But you're taking away the outside because you get the hand on him right away, all right? But that's got to be a pretty good athlete. You can't let your feet cross. It's a jump, but it's kind of a lateral jump. Are we good? We got it? All right? All right. And now I think he, at the end, no, he didn't trap him there, but, all right. He'll do it again here now. 77. And this is 3rd and 2. Bang. All right, you asked me what it is? There it is. Well, coach, is it 6 inches beyond the midpoint of the, there it is, right? Your knees are bent, the inside foot is up, the outside foot is back, all right? And you're inside out on them. All right, now everybody say to me, well, he's going to get his hand knocked out. Bullshit. If you take that hand and you get on him right away and then pull it off, that guy doesn't have time to knock your hand down because you're on him before he can take 2 steps. Can a big slow tackle do it? No. All right, but if you coach at somewhere where you got some quick players, regardless of Division 1, 2, or 3, absolutely they can do it. Will you guys have the balls to do it? No. Be scared, right? Really? Oh, my guy couldn't do it. There was a TE, right? He got him before the guy could do a TE because it was a delayed TE. All right. I think he's going to do it here again. Let's see. Boom. All right, look. So through the whole process, fellas, who can tell me after talking to, listen to John, talking to Scotty, this guy's playing what? Long. long. If I could emphasize one thing at this thing that I've picked up over the last couple of years, playing long. One arm is longer than two. Okay? That's what the defensive linemen do. Okay? All right, now watch here. Bang. And he's trapped him, swiped him. Now watch what he does too. When he gets back under, see how he rolls his hips? There's the Scotty Peters special. But how many of us guys coach where we're so bent over, right? Our heads leaning forward, etc. All right? Okay, we got that. All right. Now, okay, now, so let's say you still got a guy out here. It might be a TE threat, but now you're verticaling, you know, or you're getting out here and the guy's killing you, right? So give the guy the illusion that you're going back, you know, a kick slide, plant, jump. Kick slide, plant, go. Don't just jump them right now. Back off them like you're retreating, your angle B or C, whatever. And then as the third step hits the ground, plant and go get him. Go jump him. So it would be something like, okay, I would do this every, I mean, what I'm saying to you, this is if I was doing conventional pass blocking, like, you know, the old kick slide, I would major in this. Kicks, kick slide, brace, kick slide, go jump the guy. Right? Because it's all kick, slide, oh, he turned too soon, oh, what the fuck, he got you, whatever. I'm saying kick. Now, if you want to go at a vertical angle, kick, slide, brace, pivot, bang, 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 little steps, go jumping, right? Because you can actually make a decision, bang, 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 little steps, go jumping, right? Because you can actually make a decision if it's a TE generally, if you back off and go get him. I'll tell you who does this all the time is the blindside guy. The guy that, I don't even know what team he's at. He's been on about his third team, but the guy that was, you know, in that book. But again, this Kansas City guy gives you a little bit of illusion. You can see this, but you'll see it better from the Tennessee guy. All right? Okay. Now the guy came right at him, but you see what I'm saying? He goes back 2 steps and then he goes at the guy. He doesn't just accept the blow. All right. This is a good example here. Watch the Tennessee left tackle. All right. All right. Watch 78 now. Okay. See, he's giving off 2 steps, and then he plants his left foot, and he goes and he jumps the guy. Bang. All right, he'll do it again. All right. Okay. Boom. Can you guys coach that? Can your guys do it? Why not? Right? So what we saw is we saw an angle A, which is a flat angle, and we saw this an angle where we give off, kick, slide, plant the outside foot, go get the guy. But you got to have fast feet. Your feet have got to fire. Watch this guy's feet. Okay, we're good on that one? All right, now watch this. Okay, I'm going to tell you who started all this post-step, kick-step. There's a guy named Jerry Wampfler. I don't know if anybody heard the name. He went to Miami, Ohio. He coached at Notre Dame with Parsegan. He coached at the Eagles. My first year with the Bengals, 1980, Lindy Infante, our coordinator, he sent me to the Eagles to pick up Jerry Wampfler. Jerry Wampfler is the guy that the post-step, power step, sandbags, kick slide, blah, 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 all that shit. He gave it to me. Then I gave it to the world. Okay? This shit started in about 1979. Okay? Now we got guys using, oh, the power kicks, they're telling power step, kick slide shit. You know what I mean? The point I'm saying is, fellas, all that post foot is bullshit. All right? I'm second in line from inventing it. Here's where the post foot is valid. The stagger of the feet is valid because on pass blocking, if you're parallel, you can lean forward, right? So when you're staggered, you have a brace foot, you're anchored, whatever that is. But as soon as the guy goes in and you maintain your stagger and you start to move, and that goes inside, drop the post foot. You become the other guard, and you can stay in front of the guy better because that foot is dropped. When you try to force the post foot up, your hip is locked, and you can never stop the guy. That's what they should do. So you should have a wave drill that if the guy's kicking out, boom, and the guy goes in, you reverse your post foot to stay in front of the guy. So in playing long, like what Scotty was talking about, that if I was pass blocking and say I put this hand on the guy, okay, and he went inside. Guy shoots inside, right? I'm the right guard. As I drop this post foot, put the other arm on him. You understand? You're going to play long, you with me? And that gives you separation to continue to move, to maybe come back and wall him or hump him, don't put two hands on him. Okay, am I losing anybody now? So I'm going to show you video now of dropping the post foot, okay? And if some of you guys don't even know what the post foot is, then because we don't have time to even talk about that, right? All right, let's see what I got here now. This is drop the post foot. I'm going to go right to the best ones. 142. I mean 140, 152, I'm sorry.
Hey, Jim.
What? Well, I just figured it out. Watch the left tackle. Watch this guy. Now you see, when he drops that post foot, he's no different than the other guard as if he were the right guard. Now, the arm that he starts to lengthen with is his outside arm. Lengthening the outside arm allows you to drop the post foot even more.
Drop his post foot, but I think one of the key things, he's got his inside hip still up. His inside hip is not turned. His inside hip is still up.
Well, you might, I mean, if you're a little late, you might have to drop. Yeah, well, I mean, I think you're 100% right. When you move inside, like this guy moving inside, so he's passed by a guy, you still want to stay square. What happens is you don't want to drop your post foot and turn. But you're going to be, what I'm saying is you go inside, okay, if it takes you too long to drop your post foot, you are going to turn. So as soon as that guy goes inside, boom, 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 you got to drop the post. You got to drop it right now or you will be turned.
Keep the inside hip up.
Keep the inside hip up. Good point. But if you're late in dropping the post, then you're going to turn. Okay? So you become the other lineman, right? All right. But you understand about the other arm being locked out, which is pretty good. Okay? All right, now, watch this one here. I showed this the other day somewhere. I can't remember where. All right. All right, now, I told Callahan this. I said, this is Bill, guys, all right, you know how like the right guard comes down on the nose and the center kicks this, you know, these guys have got that guy. So the right guard comes down and the center goes left and this guy splits them. Well, in the old days, okay, this guy would split us. You know, the center's going over here, but he shouldn't vacate. So that center should step and lock that arm out, and I'm strong here. But sometimes a big nose would split us because that guard's trying to power step, whatever. And sometimes the center had to leave if we were really worried about, you know, moving the line for whatever reason. This guy splits us. So I said, take this guy right here and get him back here. Overlap him. Get him behind the center. Will he trip the quarterback? He won't in the gun, and he certainly won't if that quarterback knows enough to probably, whatever, get in that narrow base, whatever. Watch this Dallas Cowboys, best line in football, right? Last year. Watch the right guard, okay? Do you have to always post power step? Absolutely not. when this guy gets some depth, he's in a better position to switch off on stunts, okay? So I said, he did it. The guard is behind the center. There's no gray area here, but if they were two post feet together, they can get split. Okay, we're good? Can you coach it? All right, we're good on that one? So that's not only dropping the post foot, right? That is getting behind the center versus some big ass tilted note. Now if you want to fire out and jump them or something, I guess that would be a different story. All right, now Scotty covered a lot on the inside, that inside pillar, all right? I'm going to go to something here, just jumping on pass blocking. I'm going to go to 609 here real quick. All right, watch the right guard now. He's going forward. He's trying to go right foot, left foot forward. He didn't get his left hand on the guy quick enough, in my opinion, all right? But the bottom line is, he closed the space. What does he do when the guy goes inside? He drops his post foot. Okay? All right, now let me show you right here. Okay, I'm going to go back one. All right, let's talk about that inside hand that Scott was talking about, okay? All right. All right, well, we're going to watch the left guard. Okay, now this is what I think, me personally, I think is the best. I'm not 100% sure. All right, so this guy's pass setting on this guy. He can do what Scotty said. See that inside hand right there? He can hit that inside hand as he pass sets. Boom! Remember how Scotty put it on him, right? Boom! He put that thing up. I'm not so sure that they're not more vulnerable under the armpit. So whether you came over the top or was you're coming underneath, we're just talking about a difference of maybe 6 or 8 inches. I think everything now is underneath, under the armpit, under the pad, lifting the hay bale. If you watch closely, watch what this left guard does with his inside hand. I think everything now is, the best things now, fellas, is playing long, okay, low to high, and getting underneath the guy's armpit. So if you watch this closely, now the guy didn't go inside, obviously, but you know how we're always worried about a guy going inside? I think if you get him under the armpit, even if he goes inside, even if he's moving inside, you know how everybody's soft, they want to clamp the guy because they're afraid they're going to get beat inside? I think if you have an inside target and you come under the armpit long, you will get him before he can beat you inside. Because that's where they're most vulnerable, under their arm. Okay, let's watch this left guard. Okay, you see that right hand? It's not over the top, it's under. His arm is under his arm. It's not over the top as far as a double punch. He's doing it with his inside hand. Okay, I just wanted to show you that one right there. Point peck is done. The point peck is Scotty's pillar. That's what it is. Okay? Only the best thing now is the shoulder point, which pillar, and come with the outside, come under. Okay? Everything, it seems, after talking to John and Scott, who are my mentors, along with Paul Alexander, I've got younger mentors, everything now seems to be 1-2, 1-2. One arm is longer than 2 and finish with the other one. 1-2. High, low, lift, torque, whatever, okay? All right, now let's go to using the outside hand. All right, you guys will shit when you see this. All right. I'm glad my wife's not here because she thinks I swear too much anyway. But, all right, here we go. Okay. All right. This is the outside hand, all right? All right, now watch this. Watch the right guard. Why not? Now, some of you guys may do this, but I'll bet you 80% of you never use our outside hand. All right? When you use the outside hand, what do you think it does to your shoulders? It keeps them square. Okay? So the bottom line is, and I love John Strollo outside hand to protect your chest, that inside torque. Remember, he was doing that in Pass Pro. Okay, I like that. I love it because you really can launch the guy. But I may be thinking, nah, fuck, I might want to stay in front. What I'm saying is maybe I don't want to turn quite as much and throw the guy right at, maybe I want to widen the pocket a little more. So when I use my outside hand, I don't have to go as far. Just like angle A, right? You know, the tackle was going out here, the Dallas Cow. Oh, right? All I got to do is bang, okay? I've touched him, whatever that is, right? I got my hand on him close. I'm protecting the inside, okay? Now, am I as good at throwing the TE? I don't know. I got to stop though and put my hand. I mean, obviously I can go here and then immediately drive him or try to come and throw him and pick up the tackle end game. You know, maybe the guy's really wide, like a loose three, I should go jump him. Jump him. Stop the TE. Use angle B jump. I'm the right guard. I got a loose three. I'm worried about the TE. Well, we all do this. We go kick, slide. I got a loose three. Kick, slide, go jump him. Just like the tackle did. I got a loose three, I got a 4-eye, get a little depth, right, so you can get your leverage, plant the foot, and go jump the guy. Okay? Boudreaux says when they got a loose three, they take their outside foot and actually just go forward and try to hit them as hard as they can to stop the TE. I don't know. But anyway, we're looking at the outside hand, all right? So, why do you think he can protect the inside? Because he's kind of inside out, right? We're good on this one? All right, let's just see. Let's watch the left guard. Boom. Boom. Now I would do something right now with that in. Probably what I would do is, you see what he's doing with that? I would take that left, pull it away, take the left, boom, pull it away, and come with the right. Left, pull it away, because if you leave it there long enough, he's going to knock it down. So, what if he did knock it down? You refit like Scotty's drill, or you go to the clog. But what I'm saying is, this left guard is playing what? Long. Right there. Look at it. Can you coach this? Can your guys do this? Are you scared to do it? Okay, good. All right. But he didn't do something, he didn't do a second, he didn't refit right away, right? He didn't pull one off and hay bale right away, all right? But what do you notice right there that he's trying to get to? That's Scotty arc, the arc strength, pass or run, right? All righty, done that one. Okay, let's go to this next one here. Right guard, bang. And what Paul Alexander teaches, I think it's a great move, the tackles, because a lot of times their guys are, when a tackle, and I don't understand it perfectly, but he does a great job. When the tackles kind of have a loose guy and they're going out on him, and they stick that outside hand up like this, they kind of pommel it. They kind of come around it, and if the guy keeps pressing their outside, they can kind of ass block him to the outside. So how many of us guys go outside as a tackle and we don't do anything? We just think, right? I'm exaggerating, obviously, but use your outside hand. You don't have to go as far. Tackles don't usually have help. So that's why I really use my outside hand. Why would you ever use your inside hand unless the guy's fairly close to you? But if you use it, pull it away. Don't do two hands, because one hand is longer than two. And I can keep what square? My shoulders. Watch my right tackle. Bam, bam, bam. Watch this. If I, you guys all do this. Okay, great. We're loving every minute of it. Right guard, okay? Good? It's almost a pommel. All right. Now watch this. You guys won't believe this shit. Watch the Green Bay Packer, left guard. Look at him. He's already got his what dropped? Fucking post foot. Now sometimes he steps forward with his outside foot and sometimes he keeps a stagger. I'm not sure he really knows what he's doing with his footwork. I know this, he's probably left-handed, because he even uses his outside hand when he blocks down on a one. Okay? So what do you think now? If you use your outside hand, when would that be pretty good? One, if you're all alone and you don't want to go very far, you make up the distance with the outside arm. You could use Scotty's inside arm, but like Scotty said, if you're all alone and you're going to inside arm, you might as well jump him. Remember, that's what he said. If you're all alone and the guy's pretty wide and you want to get on him, you might as well get close the space on. Might be my angle B jump, kick, slide, go jump. Okay? But if you wanted to just take conventional type footwork, kick, slide, okay, or maybe the outside foot goes forward, okay? Because when the outside foot goes forward, the outside hand and the foot are kind of marry each other, right? But he doesn't do that all the time, all right? Let's watch 71 here. Now he could refit his right hand, right? He's a big, stout guy, all right? All right, let's watch him here. Boom. Now, has the pocket shrunk a little bit? Yep. Well, what about this? I mean, this is just the way I think, right? All right. For the Bengals with Paul, the center's in the middle 90% of the time. 90% of the time. So that guard could overset him a little bit down the middle, and I don't care which hand he uses. This guard's all alone, all right? So what do you think you can do if you know you're all alone, but you want to use your outside hand? Now you got to think like me, or you understand me? No, I'm saying this is what comes to me right now. Why? I'm all alone, but I want to use my outside hand. What is another tool I should utilize? Take a big split. Because if I take a bigger split, right, he's wider, I'm wider, the hole is bigger inside, but I am way inside out. Right? Okay? Now watch this one here. Now he went too far. You know, whatever reason, the guy beat him inside, he lost his target. Watch this next one. All right, 71. Boom. But he actually stepped forward, right? But what is automatic to him is what is dropped. His post foot. Left guard. Bang. And what's he doing with that left hand? He's playing long. He got that thing on him before the defensive guy could get his hands up on him. Now, is he on the ball? Is he closer? I'm not sure. Don't worry about this one. This is the other guard, but. Okay, same thing again, all right? So we've kind of worn this baby out here, so I just wanted you to guys kind of see that one right there. All right, let's see what I got next here. Yes?
So you talked about traditionally using the inside hand as the long arm.
Either arm is the long arm hand. Well, I'm saying is, what I would do is, I have a guy in a tight 3 technique, okay, right here, okay. I probably favor my inside arm, all right. The looser the guy, whatever, I'd favor my outside hand, all right. I'm all alone, I'd probably favor my inside hand, but I'd probably jump him, okay. I'm all alone, but the guy is wide, I'd still favor my outside hand because it's the closest thing to him. Okay? Well, I guess my point is when you use your outside hand, don't go as far. Okay? The outside arm, all right, playing long makes up the distance from when you're just doing this. You're not doing anything. I think if you use your inside arm, you're better off like Scotty said. If you watch Scotty do it, he kind of, I don't mean he lunges, but he kind of, it's almost like inside arm, I think it's more a little bit of a jump. A little bit more get on him quickly, all right? I don't think that you just pass set and use your inside arm. You know? I think if you're going to use your inside arm, close the space on him a little bit. The other thing that's as good as any of this shit is double under. Because what was my favorite inside shot, the Kansas City guy that just set like this. Watch, remember how he set? He went, boom. That's what he did. Don't do this. And I used to do this all the time. Bad man schooled me. I don't do that anymore. One arm is longer than two. 1, 2, 1, 2. Learning from my mentors. Okay. All right, let's see what I got here now. Let's go to, okay, now I want to go to a little run. How much time I got, Bobby? 25. Okay. So let's watch this right here, okay? Watch the right tackle, okay? All right? All I'm saying is, and I tell you fellas when I'm not sure, but remember, this is all I do. I don't have to coach full time, right? That's all I do is look at this shit, right? I'm not just looking at Bengals shit, right? I'm looking at everybody's shit, right? The right tackle, he's coming what? Low to high. He's playing long, not like this, not like this, like this. He's not doing this, he's playing long under, 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 under. Don't wind up, boom. How fast can I get my hands? Whether you clap them, roll the meatballs, clasp the thumb, but there it is. I'm not sure you don't block everything like that. Because what did you notice when Scott did come under? What did you notice about? Everything was there. And he swears that he knows that you're in this is your strongest position. Am I low like the old days firing out with my hat in the middle? Absolutely not. Because my legs are so far away from me. The guy moves 1 inch, I'm falling on my face. It's all the thrust of the hips to get, the knees have to be bent, you can't straighten the legs out, etc. So you guys are going to have a hard time with that. But I'm not so sure that everything you do isn't one arm initially. I mean, you might use a double under, but then maybe a pull. So I'm not so sure when you trap. If I'm trapping and I go and I'm working here, that I'm not like almost, not sure. Okay? Because I know when you get the flipper, I was a flipper guy. Mike McGee trained me in the Crowther, the best teacher in the world. He and Bob McKittrick both trained me. Look, here, flipper. I'm mired into the block, right? Playing long, with that added, gives me separation to decide what else I want to do. I'm about 90% of that, sure of that, not 100%. Okay, when you double team, I'm not so sure the guard doesn't, I'm the right guard, and the tackle doesn't as he's coming down with your high legger. Okay, I'm not sure somebody doesn't put one guy on the other guy, or the guard take him and the tackle come down and maybe shove him, hammer him. But I'm not so sure about that shoulder to shoulder stuff. Because when I'm shoulder to shoulder and somebody has to come off, when I come off to get the backer, maybe the other guy can't reset his hat and get all of the guy, because by going shoulder to shoulder, you have shut each other off. Now, if the postman gets all of them, I'm the guard and I get all of the guy, and the tackle comes off, then we're good. But if we are mired shoulder to shoulder, then it's tough to get off on the backers. But if you play long like Scott does, with the hips going forward, with the knees bent, you're just as strong. Because when I'm here, I have separation, time and space to decide what I want to do. Okay? So playing long isn't like this. It's not just double under lifting, it's here, here, here you can lift, here you can shove, here you can torque, whatever all that shit is, right? Okay, so what we're doing, fellas, is we're looking at some double unders, all right? All right? All right, now the left tackle didn't get his hand inside, right? But he did refit it. But watch his arc strength right there. See the left tackle? He's a 6'7" now, right? But you see that right there? I mean, well, he's too high. We know he's too high, right? Reset your hip, but that's okay. As long as you throw those hips forward, that's where you're the strongest. Not when your legs are waved behind you. All right, I think this is a center on pass. Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball, right? So is double under good on pass? Absolutely. I mean, throw the ball, right? All right, now watch this one. This is one of the best centers in football, all right? He's from Cal. Max, his name. All right, now watch this center, okay? All right, he's coming under. He's got a 300 and some pound nose guard. Look at, he's just walking the guy off the ball. Look where his feet are. He's in that arc strength. The guy can't get away from him. Watch him again. I think I got 3 or 4 clips of him. So, is it hip roll? Is it arching the back? Is it lifting? All right, watch the center here. What does this center do? One of the best. Now, I mean, he might be getting knocked back, but this is still. Does he take a lead step? No. Does his second step go forward like the old jab and pop? No. He's got both feet behind him. And look at that arc strength. Now, knowing what we know now, what would we do with that right hand? Launch. fuck out of them. All right. All right, so those are some double unders, all right? All right, now I'm going to go to something else here. These are some down block. Now these are the Bengals. These are three guys, and I wish I could tell you exactly their hand placement, but I know these are three in a row. They're pretty good. Now, what I did when I was coaching, when we would block down, I'd block down, we'd pull the center, and the guy would grab the center. I finally ended up blocking, if I'm the right guard blocking down on like a sweep, I would power step, post foot, okay, like I would on pass pro, but I would keep posting like I don't do anymore on the pass. I would just, because when I go laterally, I could pick up the guy if he retraced. So again, when I finished coaching, my down block, that center would be going like this, okay? He'd be here and he'd be going, because when I go like this, or I step down, you see that crease? But when I move laterally, I made up the distance, stayed square, I got in front of the guy, it worked, all right? Particularly if I was pulling the center. But then I was watching Paul's guys, and whatever these two guys are doing, okay, all right, watch, their feet are underneath them, they kind of hop a little bit. Well, watch where their feet are when they end up. What do you notice about the right guard, 68? He's in that arc strength. I think the left hand is under, and the right hand, what I'm saying is I'd put the left hand under and the right hand under the armpit. I wouldn't worry so much about clamping the jersey, I would get it under the armpit. Here it is again. There's a long run. I mean, the point of attack wasn't blocked good, but watch where their feet are when they end up blocking down. What did John Strollo talk about last night? The feet are what? It was an R word. R-O-O-T-E-D. They're anchored into the ground. Could the right tackle have his knees bent a little more? Probably. Is the right guard in pretty good position? Probably. Is he high? Yeah, who gives a as long as you got the arc strength. Because that's where you're the strongest. That's where you can move, recover, go to a rip if you want, etc. Put your dick on their dick. Don't have your feet so far away from you that you fall down. I think there's one more like that. They almost look like there's three in a row with it. Here he goes. This guy's good now. You don't see this in the NFL much. Okay, one more time here. Right guard. He's using a double under. Or it might be a... I'm not so sure that his left hand isn't under and his right hand isn't under the armpit. Now, do you have to recover when they go out? Absolutely. Does the right tackle have the shoulder clamped? Yes. Could he do just as well under the armpit? Probably. But his feet are rooted. Look at it. They're behind him. Even though he's blocking down on an angle and he has to go down, the feet aren't forward. Okay, now let's go to this one right here. I've shown this before, and you guys are shit on this one, but okay. I'm sure you've all seen this before, but I have to show this again. All right, this is the feet behind. This is your strongest position. All right, let's go to number 3. Excuse me, fellas, 349. All right, this is a receiver, all right? Now you tell me if I'm crazy here. Excuse my language, I don't know what the fuck. All right, now, when this guy hits, all right, pretend like he's a center with a big-ass nose tackle. Where's his feet? Are they in front of him? No. Are they under him? No. They're kind of behind him, right? His hands are in front of him, right? His chest is pretty big, and he's doing the lift, the under. Watch the left foot of Pac-Man. Watch it come off the ground. All right? That's the exact drill that they were doing up here. Can you teach this? Would you teach this on a one-on-one block? That's your right guard versus a two technique. All right? The guy's going to be closer to him, obviously. All right? Do you have to step forward to block him? Absolutely not. Do you have to lower your center of gravity? Yes. Do you have to get your feet behind you? Yes. Should your feet maybe just move in place? Should you hop back your feet? Should both feet move? Absolutely. But should you take a step forward looking at this? Absolutely not. You're seeing it, right? I'm not trying to feed you bullshit, right? All right. Watch the center now. All right. His feet are behind him. His hands are in front of him, and he's playing long, right? He's low, right? See the center? See the under? See the hands under? He's playing long. Does that make sense to you? And the guy goes on the ground. The guy's got to make the tackle eventually. Can you coach this? Do you hate it because you're old school and you have to fire out with a lead step? Some of you are. Does that make you wrong? Absolutely not. I'm just going by what I see. Okay, let's go to this one here. All right. I've just challenged everybody to think. Watch the left guard. Do your guys' feet move like this? Or do they move more like the right guard? Can you coach this? Absolutely. Foot fire, right? Watch him again. He's the left guard. Look at the feet. Little steps. Wait on the insteps. But his feet are always moving. Then you don't have to worry about how big your kick step is, how big your post foot is. You can change direction, right? We got that one? All right. All right. This one, I love this shit right here, boys. And I am not always right, okay? 5:14. All right, now watch this. Okay. Now, let's say the left guard and the center have the two guys they're going to, okay? We don't know that linebacker over the left guard is not going to fall back in the hole, whatever, all right? I know that, okay? I'm just knowing that what I'm seeing here from one of the better centers in football, Pouncey, watch him, all right? This is probably trying to be a C-gap play. When I say C-gap, it's not going up the middle. What do you notice about the center, all right? When he fits himself in, where is he? He's behind the other guy. He's overlapped. He's behind him. Which arm do you think he's playing long with? His right arm. So by doing this, when he ended up here, one arm is longer than two. And if you apply the hip thrust, you're strong. Are your shoulders square to the line of scrimmage? No. But is the guy you're blocking up the middle? No. If the ball was going up the middle like an A-gap, I'd probably keep the center square and just kind of shove some. I'm saying this is kind of an off-tackle play where the center got behind his guy. Okay? Is he trying to knock him off? Absolutely not. All right? How many times have you seen one of your guys knock your other guy off and your guy stumbles? Because your guy knocked him off. Right? He could say, go, go, go. Maybe he gives him a little tap. Don't knock your buddy off. Right? Get behind him. Right? You could do this on the backside of zone blocks when the tackle and guard are working on a 3 technique. Okay? I've showed this shit before. All right? Now watch this. I've showed this before. Watch Nick Mangold, all right? All right, don't worry so much about the guard. This isn't Alex's wide stretch. It's not A gap. It's like this ball is going between the tackle and the tight end, mid zone. The Bengals' old chase play. This ball is going like, I'm the runner. This ball is like going right over here, okay? It's not going wide. It's not going up the middle. It's kind of going over here and it could cut up. All right, not a play where we cut everywhere. It's just a little bit of a stretch and cut up. It's not up the middle A gap. It's not B gap. B gap, V gap, open, crossover, plant. You're in no man's land. I'd rather run C gap, a la John Strollo. People kind of move, or right up the middle, A gap. Whether you're from the gun or the pistol, right up the gut. Everything is defined, okay? They're going this way, we got to go this way, all right? That B-gap shit confuses me, okay? I like the pistol entry or the gun entry for inside zone. Okay, now this is more off tackle, okay? Watch the center. Oh. Well, he's blocking with what? One arm. Watch him here. Watch the depth he gets. Why do you think he gets the depth? Okay? His backer's wide, the 3 technique might spike, and he might have a guy on his backside shoulder, a 1 that would pinch. If that center goes real flat to get that backer, the backside shade guy, or 1 pinching in, the center could never stop him. But when that center gets depth to overlap and the whole line goes this way, he can come back and shoulder the 1 and stop the 1 so the ball can go up the middle. But if you pierce and go right now to the linebacker, you're fine. Okay? Because the next guy pinching is going to tackle the ball carrier. Okay? We're good so far, right? There he is. Now you got that right foot now. I mean, probably if I was really doing my P's and Q's, that right foot should probably go north. He should probably accelerate north. Once he gets the overtake, right? Don't keep getting flattened off. Go to the high leg, go to the gallop, go to Joe's high leg, go to John's gallop. Okay, so what I'm saying to you, after that center fit himself in with a long arm, you know, he's taking 2 steps back, now power that leg forward. Get going north the best you can, right? So you don't get flattened out. All right? Same shit. Look at the depth he gets. Now, the reason the guard and the center are getting depth, they're not sure that the next guy's not going to pinch. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You know, if the left guard and the center just fired out 100 miles an hour and the defensive end pinched inside, the guard would never pick him up. So they're looking to pick up stunts and shit. So you don't have to all of a sudden, in one particular game, change everything. You know, they're kind of losing a little ground so they can pick up the movement shit. All right? All right? This right guard, right? Don't worry so much about his footwork. All right, what is he doing with his inside hand? He's playing long. The right guard has got that uppercut, that hay bale. Look at it. And the center, they're both playing with one hand, because one hand is longer than 2. And is there any space between them? Absolutely not. You know why there's no space? Because the center is behind him. There's no hole, right? All right, now watch this one here. How much time do I got? About done? Bobby? Okay. All right. Watch the center now, okay? It's kind of a stretch. All right, he's kind of doing that same thing that Scott talked about the Philly center, right? Watch his left arm. See the separation the center's getting? Is his head buried in there? Absolutely not. Is he trying to rip to get by the guy? Absolutely not. He's just playing long. If he wanted to go to second level, he could probably play long and then shove the guy to the backside guard and come up rather than ripping and vacating and making a real big issue for the backside guard. Watch the right tackle. In his own little way, right? He's only a rookie. He's a big, tall guy, right? He could bend his knees a little more. See the extension of his arms? Right tackle again. Okay, now, I mean, he may be so locked out. You see 66, Henderson? He may be so locked out, you see the right tackle, that he needs to now, like, kind of reset, get a little bend in the elbow, or if you get too stiff-armed, you know, on the finish of the block, they can throw you. But bottom line is, there's separation. You have time and space to decide what you want to do. Okay? I'm going to go past this one. Watch the tight end. All right? Now, the defensive linebacker is not really doing much to him, right? He's just kind of containing. But what's the defensive guy doing? He's sticking what in him? A long arm, right? Watch 82. The tight end. Do your guys look like that? 82. Can they? Absolutely, they can. But when you play long, you better bring your hips. You better lift. All right? You got time, you got space to decide what other move you want to move. I got two more. All right, now watch the right guard from the same team. He's turning out, right? He's playing long. He's playing low to high. You hardly need a helmet. Is that what all the moms and dads are bitching about now? Absolutely, whether you like it or not. Last one. Right guard again. He's doing a forklift, right? He's under, he's lifting, he's trying to break that elbow. Okay, so if there was anything I could say for you guys to consider is take a look at if one arm is longer than two, playing long, low to high, get under guys, roll your hips, throw your hips forward, and then we'll see how it works coming up next year. And see if you want to cut those guys on Pass Pro, right? Okay, thank you, Coach.